All right, you nerds. So, who's got the answer? Wait, why are you guys talking about val.trim?
So on the view, yeah, it changes on the HTML. It makes it larger. So if you make it a certain size,
Yeah, so why are you guys talking about val.trim right now?
it says val.new.
Wait, I thought we were discussing the server.js. Why are we talking about val.trim?
Oh, we moved on to val.
Oh, that's fine. All right, so as long as you can lead the session, that'd be great.
Oh no, I'm good.
No, that's so weird. It looks like you're going through a tunnel. All right, so who can tell me 57 through just 57 through 60? Who wants to be the chosen person? Andy. Oh, okay. Oh, Lynn can. Lynn. Hey, Lynn. So, eeny, miny, meeny, Matthew. Okay, Matthew. So, chosen. What does chosen contain?
Chosen contains the characters that we use on the page.
Correct. And then after that, how about on line 57?
Saying if chosen is true, then console log out.
Right. So as long as chosen has some information inside of it, so like is a truthy value, then you log out the chosen as we saw with Nicholas's name. And then, all right, take care, Julie. So how about line 60? So it looks like characters.length. That looks kind of strange because we see characters over here. Is it referring to this characters?
This is an array of objects.
Correct. So above we saw an array of objects, and that was referred to in a variable called characters. So from there, we iterate over all of these characters, and then all we're doing is checking a string type match, right? And this is using the strict equality operator, so we're checking both type and value, and we're saying, okay, make sure that these all match up. Another thing that I always want to do, and I totally didn't do in this exercise, generally like to use strict. Okay. And that way you get no funniness. Ah, you got me. I forgot the semicolon. All right. So what happens is, if there is something that matches, then what's this return? What is the scope is that return? What are returns always scoped to? Ooh, close. Well, in Node, is there a window object? Oh, sorry. I thought it was just like you didn't understand what Node. It's like, what is all? I don't understand this. So, okay. In Node, is there a window object? Well, it's not command line. It's Node. Node doesn't exist within the window. The window object only exists within what? What kind of application? The browser application, correct? Java. No, it does exist actually in Java as well. But yeah, the window object that I'm talking about exists specifically inside of a browser application. So whatever browser you're using generally has a window object. Um, the global objects that exist inside Node are like process and things like that. But in this case, the return is scoped to what? No, returns are never scoped to an object. They're never scoped to an object. The returns are scoped to what? Well, technically it is an object because everything is an object in JavaScript, but uh, an object that you don't normally consider an object. What? Nope. So returns don't scope to code blocks. They're scoped to what? Functions. Okay, so if there's scope to a function, but see now if I give out that clue, then you'll know exactly what the answer is, right? The what? Yeah. So yeah, returns are always scoped to a function, right? And this is the case, I think, in most object-oriented programming languages too. So if you work with like Java, C++, things like that, the return is scoped just to the function itself. So if you work with return, what's another concept of return? It'll return only what you pass it, but does it execute anything afterwards? Yeah, it's done, right? It's like, okay, I'm at this return. I don't want anything else. Just give me back whatever you told me to get back, and it goes back to the callback function, right? So now it's saying, okay, return res.json. So it's basically saying like return back to this function. We're not using this function anymore, but it's stopping this execution. So it's running this and then returning the value back to the callback function. But we're not going to use this callback function anymore anyway. So all it's essentially acting as is a way to stop everything afterwards. So if this is met, none of this will return. And this will never be hit, even if this was false. Why is that? Why would this never be hit if this was true and this was false? Correct, yes. So it's only if chosen was equal to false would this ever hit, right? Correct. So if this never hits,